As you guys know, the UFC has had a hard time booking a welterweight title fight between Kamaru Usman vs Jorge Masvidal. Both fighters have been blaming each other for not getting the deal done. It now looks like Jorge Masvidal has had enough. He posted this on his Twitter saying, "Shouldn't be this hard to get a deal done." He followed up with, "If I'm not worth it, let me go," at ESPN. He followed up with, "Why make me fight for half of what I made on my last fight? Cause the other dude can't draw." And he ended it off with, "Don't tell me about a pandemic when reports today show highest stock market has ever been. Everybody getting back to work and you buying an island. Stop playing us and the fans. Hashtag the awakening." A 3-round light heavyweight bout between Mauricio Shogun Rua vs Antonio Rogerio Nogueira has been targeted for the July 25th card, which has yet to be announced. Mauricio Shogun Rua is coming off a split draw to Paul Craig, and Antonio Rogerio Nogueira is coming off a KO loss to Ryan Spann. A 3-round bantamweight bout between Borg vs Merab Dvalishvili has been targeted for the July 13th card, which has yet to be announced. Borg is coming off a split decision loss to Ricky Simon, and Merab Dvalishvili is coming off a unanimous decision win over Casey Kenny. Cody Garbrandt on the virtual media day speaks on his preparation leading up to UFC 250.
I feel like my coaches from Team Alpha, my coach from New Jersey, Ricardo Almeida, Coach Henry, they've added a lot, just with the coaches of Team Alpha. They've all blended everything together and just, always constantly, each camp's been just reminding me to be myself, do what I'm best at is, be a fighter, be an athlete, and, just remind myself to have fun, to fall in love again with the sport, to have that passion, that fire. And I think that's the difference from this fight camp to the last fight camps going in, leading up to the fight, that I'm hungry again. My passion burns everything that's ever have, and just very thankful that fire's back. It sucks to lose it. I love fighting so much that I hated it at times. And every time that I try to walk away from fighting, I feel like I was always drawn back. And this is my true purpose in life, is to be a fighter and use these God-given skills that I was blessed with to provide for my family, to make a better life for myself, to become the best in the world. And just putting the hard work in, and the daily grind is going to be a payoff come Saturday. I have a nice game plan. Just be myself in there. Just be myself and have fun. And mix things up, become the martial artist I know that I am. I know I've been working on. So just about having fun, man. I'm excited. This whole week, even getting here, it's felt great to be here. Fight week, getting the Reebok here, the smallest things, checking in, getting picked up from the airport, like those small things you take for granted. I think we lose sight of those sometimes. Just excited to go through this journey of fight week and have those feels again. Get goosebumps thinking about it. Your heart races when you think about the fight, and I think that's the difference. Mentally, physically, emotionally, I'm invested in this sport again. If you want to call fighting a sport, but I'm all in. I felt like after I won the title, I didn't set goals after. Obviously, I had injuries. I was more worried about staying healthy and getting healthy. So I wasn't able to visualize what my next plans were, what my next goals were. That's what I've done my whole entire life, was visualization, manifest my future. And all I could really focus on was staying healthy, getting healthy, rehabbing through my injuries. And now I was able to have that time to really reflect and just train and get back to the grind. Hard work pays off. That's as simple as that. Hard work pays off.
Corey Anderson on his Instagram Live explains how he handles defeat.
Just want you guys to know, just keep pushing, keep striving. Stay the course. Whatever it is you pushing for, keep pushing for it. Keep pushing for it. I've always said you never fail just because you fall short. You fail when you quit. I say all the time, people ask me in fighting, how do you go for a loss and stay positive? This. How you handle defeat? I lose a fight, but I ain't lose the war. I'm still in this until I quit. And I ain't never quit. Retiring and injuries and something that will pull me away from fighting, I don't consider that quitting. But as long as I keep pushing and striving for greatness, I will never quit and I'll never fail. Because I'm continuing to try and push. It's the same way what's going on in the world right now. Continue to push.
Hey you all, I just finished a good training here, of strength and conditioning actually, kind of, a physical training with Coach Chico Salgado. And man, that was a great training. I'm feeling great, and that's what matters, We have to go hard if we want to fight hard. That's what I want, to fight hard, to give the best of me in my fights. So let's work hard and make it happen. So I don't know if you guys followed. I'll make sure the whole training will be here on my stories, so you guys can follow and training together. Do with us. I appreciate, brother. Take care.
Kenny Florian on the Anik and Florian podcast gives his thoughts on Tyron Woodley's performance against Gilbert Burns.
I thought it was awesome. Listen, you don't get a much better start than that against a former champion. I thought that was definitely a 10-8 round, so I thought those two judges were correct. Getting hurt like he did, he definitely froze Tyron for about a second there, ended up taking him down right into the mount. I thought it was dominant. I thought he looked like the veteran fighter. He looked certainly like the guy that was hungrier and prepared. Tyron, to me, even just the start of that fight, and I love the guy, but his eyes just didn't seem like he was in it. I don't know, man. I thought this was a tough fight for Tyron as far as, where his motivation is at, the fact that he's been out of the octagon for a long time. Obviously, Gilbert was coming into this fight with a tremendous amount of momentum, but he just looked like he was firing on all cylinders, just looked better everywhere against Tyron, and kind of made it look like Tyron was the guy who was kind of a little bit newer to the scene. And Gilbert was just ready, fired up, and again, just very dominant. I think all the hard work that Gilbert's been putting into his training has certainly paid off. I think the fact that he's become so active in the last year or so in the UFC means that he's staying in the gym or should be staying in the gym at all times. And it looks like he's definitely doing that. I mean, it looked like he just went for a little light jog for that fight. It looked like he could have gone another 5 hard rounds. Looked to be in tremendous shape. And again, you mentioned Kamaru Usman. You mentioned Vicente Luque, which are two other very good welterweights who he has the opportunity of training with every single day. Having that, and also I'm sure gaining some confidence from training with the welterweight champion and getting a lot of feedback and intel on that fight between Kamaru Usman and Tyron Woodley, I think really aided him in this fight as well.
And Michelle Waterson on her Instagram gives an emotional reaction to the passing of George Floyd.
I guess first of all, I want to send my love and prayers to the family of George Floyd. And I want the world to know that it was an injustice what happened to him, and it was heart-wrenching to hear him call out for his mother and to be helpless. No human should ever feel that way. And everybody's outraged and angry, and they should be. But what's going on in our own communities isn't the answer. It's crazy to me in a nation where we all have freedom of speech and we all have our own opinions and we can shout it out, cry it out, and tell people how we're feeling. The only problem is nobody's listening. In my world, we're all one. And so the things that we're doing to our communities right now is like self-sabotage. We all have the same needs. We need love. We need community. We need to protect our children. We need to put food on the table. We want to live. And it's that simple. Treat others the way you want to be treated. Create change. I'm sending my love to each and every single one of you. And I hope you know that you're loved.